I have like a spare 10 minutes before I need to go to lectures this morning. So I thought I would kind of film a small intro to the video. This week, I think is going to be a bit more of a chill one in the sense that I don't have as many lectures to actually go to. So I'm at home a bit more. I still have a lot of like uni related things to do. I have like a lot of lectures to go through and sort out my notes for. And I've had a few people like ask me to talk more about my studies and like how I study and how I take notes and all of that. So I'll try to share a bit more of that throughout the video. But the plan this week is I did 3 lectures yesterday, like just kind of going through my notes and integrating those with the professor's PowerPoints with like pictures and anything that I missed and all of that. The plan is to ideally somehow, and I don't know how, do 13 more. 9 are like the ones that I really want to get done this week. 4 are like 4 extras that I would really like to get done, but it's not the end of the world if I don't do it this week. But also because I do have a lot more time at home this week, it would be really nice to actually do these because I have a bit of a shorter day today, so I'm starting at 11 instead of 9, but also I've only got 4 hours tomorrow and 2 on Thursday, and then I don't have lectures on Friday because it's like a national holiday. I'm not sure whether I'm staying here or going home Friday because it's meant to snow, so I'm a bit unsure what like the train situation is going to be like, but we'll see about that. But I just want to get as much of this done as possible because the exam session is going to be a long one, and I want to have as many notes already ready to like be studied from as possible before Christmas, so I don't have to spend all of my Christmas holidays actually, finishing those up. I probably will have some to do then, but it's the ones for like the later exams that I have towards the end of February, so I can kind of take my time with those a bit, and also they're like the simplest ones to go through. So that sounds like a solid plan, but I do actually, I've made the plan, now I need to go through with it, which is always the hardest part. I wanted to give you a small update on how the little like pocket notebook that I bought last week is going. It's going really well, basically, is the long story short. I put a small post-it with the date that I started it, and then I'd like, it's a very like simple key, but I just put like a check mark when the task is done or completed, and then an X when it's scheduled in the weeks, or like put in my calendar, or like if it's something that I wanted to commonplace about, I've kind of moved it in here. And I didn't want to do this, I don't normally do this, but I'm crossing off the tasks as I do them, just because visually in this case, in such a small book, it really helps. Otherwise, because it's just kind of like an ongoing list, even if I cross things off, it's difficult to tell, especially for things that are on multiple lines, whether they're done or not. So this has been working well. I've been using it for like 5 or 6 days. It's really been handy. I've just kept it with a Muji pen, kind of with it like that. It's a very small setup. It fits in all of my bags and all of that, so that's been working really nicely. I also had a really lovely catch-up in my Commonplace over the weekend, just of things that I couldn't really get around to journaling about last week. So this was kind of where I ended up the week before, and then I think during the week I did a bit of an entry about the pocket notebook and wanting to buy that, or like having bought that. The Spotify Wrapped, you can't see that, there you go. Spotify Wrap came out last week, so I put a small entry about that and a screenshot of my like summary thing that you can download from there. This is art brainstorming, like art ideas. I wrote quite a long list of ideas for stickers. I'm working on some sticker sheets. I'm starting to work on them. They're the ones that I've mentioned a few times of wanting to make a few sticker sheets before the end of the year, so that I can use them in the HON with like daily entries. So I've started working on a few different ones. I'll update you throughout the week on how those are going. For now, they're very like roughly sketched. I've started coloring one in, but it was just like more of a color test. This is not actually like sketched out properly, so I'll have to go through and redo all of it. But it was nice to get kind of a vague idea of what what I wanted it to look like. Bit of catch up. My mom's birthday last week. Some pictures that I took last Thursday when I had a practical. And then this is from last night. I got takeout with a friend. We watched the 5th Harry Potter film. We're almost done with the marathon. We're doing it. I think we're finishing it in the next 2 weeks. We want to do it before Christmas, so that's kind of the plan. And then this is the entry I just did, kind of putting all of my thoughts about this week down, so I don't kind of forget anything. And that's about it. I'm a little bit over halfway through this current Commonplace book. I'm hoping to finish it before Christmas. It'd be nice to start a new one over the holidays, and it'd be nice both because then I'll have a lot of time over the holidays to like print pictures and do some sort of like longer entries. So I'd kind of, I don't know, I just feel like it'd be nice to start a new one around that time, and sort of around a similar time to when I then start the Hon at the beginning of January. But also it'd be nice because once I finish this, I'm going to film like a wrap-up video of all of the journals that I used throughout the year. I will film it before Christmas regardless, but it'd be nicer if this was finished, I suppose. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. And then quite simple spread in the weeks. This time these are Megan Rhiannon's new stickers. They're really, really lovely. I just picked a couple that had similar colors. It's a bit of a darker toned spread compared to last week. This was really bright, but I really like both. I'm really happy with this. I feel like I just settled in this book really well, and I like how the spreads are coming out, and I've been kind of checking in with the spreads that I set up at the back a little bit, and it's been going well. I'm happy with these new weeks. Still really, really love the cover that I chose. I can't stop looking at it, and I cannot wait to like just have it around with Hon all of the time. Anyways, that being said, I think that's it for today. I am gonna go. I've got an errand to run before I go to uni, and then I'm in uni until 4. I also need to prep my lunch at some point. And then I'm in uni until 4, and then I have a nail appointment finally, because these are they're like 5. This is week 5, I think. I normally get it done on week 4, but I had to shift it a week forward. Otherwise I would have had to get them done during the holidays when I'm not here, so it would have all just been complicated. So that's kind of the plan. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a nice week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Good afternoon. I hope you're well. In case you're wondering, I did actually just grab my cup, go to the kitchen, wash it, and then made a new cup of tea. But my thinking is that I can talk to you for a bit while my tea cools down, and then I can get back to working on uni things, and my tea will be like cool enough for me to be able to drink. So there is a logic behind that. It's still a bit ridiculous, but there is a logic behind that. Anyways, not what I'm here to talk about. I've just had a bit of a journaling session thing. I have been journaling a lot the past few days about stickers because, as I said, I'm working on some sticker sheets. I did make some progress on them. I've kept on kind of sketching them. I've still not really started like doing the proper like final drawing on any of them or like coloring them in and stuff. That will be more something for next week. But I'm working on sketches, and I had some more ideas that I wrote down, and then I asked people on Instagram as well whether they had any suggestions for things that they would like to see in like this everyday stickers kind of collection, and they did. So I made a list of those as well, and I've started including them in the sheets as well. I think so far I have like 12 different sticker sheets started. I think 10 are sketched. At least like 7 or 8 are like fully sketched, and then a couple are still like missing bits in some spots. And then 2 I still need to start entirely. One of them is the cat one. I am making a cat related sticker sheet. But I want to take some pictures of my cat over the weekend. And I also need to just take a moment to go through the ones that I already have and like collect the poses that I like. So that's something I'll be doing over the weekend, hopefully. And then I'm thinking next week, I can hopefully start like working on them, on like the proper final version of them a bit more. And ideally I'd like to have them out by Christmas, like before Christmas. That'd be great. And then this was a bit of I wanted to have sort of like a brain dump about everything that I've got to do before Christmas and try to like just put down the things that I know I need to organize before then, like, because yesterday I realized that Christmas is essentially like 2 weeks. That's like the end of this week and then 2 full weeks before I get back home for Christmas holidays. So, and I've not started Christmas shopping. I need to kind of fit that in with all of the drawing and all of the uni things and all of that. And I wanted to make sure that I just put it down somewhere so I don't forget. So I did that. I also was journaling about an idea that I just had, but I'll get back to that in a second. I'll finish this and get back to that. So I finished this entry, and then what I do when it comes to like commonplacing is I find a lot of quotes around when I'm like just on my phone and stuff that I really like and I save. But then they're generally fairly like short quotes, and so I find that they fit a bit weirdly in like a whole page of a commonplace. Like, I'm not just gonna write 3 lines and then draw another line to just signify that it's like a new entry. It feels a bit weird. So what I normally do is I collect a few together and then fill a few pages with it. I think I've done it before at some other point in this book as well. I know I did it with some excerpts from things that I was reading. I was like saving up quotes from the story, and then I wrote them down all together just because it makes more sense. It's more cohesive, I find. I think that's the only one that I did in this book specifically, but sometimes I have like topic specific collections, I suppose. I've had I know at a certain point in a book I had a few related to nostalgia. I've had a few related to journaling as well. But this one was a bit random. They're all quite. This one is Good Omens related. This one is about like definition of like your identity as like what I then wrote about it, this was a Tumblr post, but then what I then wrote about it is that it reminds me of like the Oscar Wilde quote of like to define is the limit, and then another quote of his from an interview that I also copied down, that I knew it was an Oscar Wilde quote, but I couldn't remember whether it was from The Picture of Dorian Gray or one of his short stories or something that he said in an interview or something. And it took me a while to find it, but I did. And then this is a nostalgia related thing, and then this is a small excerpt about love that I found that I thought was really, really lovely. So I wrote that down as well. So that's just kind of what I did. I find that it's a bit nicer to keep these kinds of things together, both like aesthetically, but also just to be able to then find them again. I find it easier like this. What I was writing about here is something that I realized like literally half an hour ago before I started this. So I was thinking about the fact that it's only like 2 or 3 weeks until Christmas, and therefore it's only like 3 or 4 weeks until I can start using the hon, because the hon starts on the 1st of January, which I wish it started sooner. Maybe not necessarily as soon as the weeks, because obviously the weeks doesn't start in January, it starts like the last week of November, that goes across the first week of December, so it technically like starts the first week of December, and that's lovely. Especially for a planner, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. For more of a journaling type thing like this, even though I guess a lot of people do use this as a planner, so it would also make sense for it to start early because of that. But for the use that I want to make of it, I would really like it to start at least a week before, just so I can start like feeling a bit more at home in the book a bit earlier. Like, I don't know, there's something about starting it on January 1st that's a bit, I don't like it. It feels a bit weird. It's like waiting to start the thing on Monday because it's like a new week, or like on the 1st of the month. I don't like it. I wish I could start it sooner, and also because it's been months since I've had it and I just want to start using it. Literally, back in September when they still had the 2023 books available, I should have just gotten the second half of the Avec book in the A6 to use it for these months, but I didn't think of it, and I thought about it too late, and then when I thought about it, I think it was last month or so, I couldn't find it anymore, or like I could find it for like €60, which bit ridiculous, so I'm not really gonna do that. But I kind of wish I'd done it, because I've said it many times, I really want to start doing this kind of daily journaling, especially because what I've been doing now in the Commonplace is these weird sort of like weekly collage type things. Like, because I print all of my pictures all together at the weekend, it's like I either like leave a space for the picture and journal about it throughout the week and then like stick the pictures back in at the end of the week, but I don't really often tend to do that. And so I've been doing these sort of like collages at the end of the week that, I mean, it looks fine, but also it's not really what I want, and it feels a bit chaotic. I don't love it, I'll say that. And I would just really like to be able to do that. Like I know I will do this in here. Like I showed it in the video. I got new ribbon laces for my Doc Martens earlier this week. I took a cute picture of that the other day, I think yesterday morning, when I was waiting for the bus, because there were like nice orange leaves at the bus stop, and the picture is really cute, but like, what am I gonna do, like stick it in here and then write 3 lines about it? I don't know, I just feel like that kind of journaling doesn't fit in here, but it would fit really well in here. So all of this to say, I was flipping through the Hon earlier today because I wanted to like see what the back pages were like, because I know they're a bit different between different kinds of books. Like, I don't think I have a timetable in the weeks. I'm not sure. I don't use these back pages too much, but they're cute. They're kind of cool. I know, like, see, that's the My 100, but like the timetable is not in the weeks. The graph paper is not in the weeks. So I wanted to see like what was different. I also don't think the favorites pages are in the weeks either, but they're in here, which will be cool to like fill out. So I was scrolling through to see that, and I realized there's 14 graph pages at the end of the book that I did not know about. So now I have this idea of potentially starting to journal in these pages before the Hon actually starts. Like, I would basically backfill this week with the pictures that I have from the week, and then continue journaling on from there for the rest of the month. and then comes January, I'll just move to the beginning of the book and start journaling from January 1st. It feels, the only thing that's like making me have second thoughts about it is the fact that it's at the very back, which feels a bit weird. Like, it feels odd to have like December 2023 and then start and do all of 2024 and then like you get to the end of the book. Like, it's not chronological, it feels a bit odd. But also, I'm not going to use these pages otherwise, because this is not like an on-the-go book. It's not the kind of, it's just a journaling at home in the evening kind of book, or like journaling about the week at the weekend kind of book. It's not the kind of, I know I don't need this kind of blank space at the end. I have my Commonplace for journal entries, and I have now my little pocket notebook for those kinds of like on-the-go notes. This has been working really well, by the way. So I'm thinking of doing that. I don't know if it's a bad idea, but also, like, you know, I'm not going to use these pages anyways, I don't think. And if I end up needing them, it's not the end of the world. So I guess I'll start doing that. And because they're like bigger pages than the other ones, because they don't have the date and the check mark and like the timetable thing on the side and the quote at the bottom especially. It's like a full page, so there's more room, so I reckon I can fit more than one day per page. And so I think the whole of December will likely fit in these 14 pages. I might not even journal daily, just it's like I want to have a space like this in this book specifically, to just, I don't know, feel a bit more settled. It feels, as I said, it feels weird to start something on January 1st, and it'd be nice to also have a place to document Christmas, and not like kind of start the week after. That just feels odd. I don't know why. So I think I'm gonna do that. If it's a bit weird, I don't know, but I think I'll do it anyways, because don't really want these pages to go to waste, and I don't really want to keep doing what I'm doing in here now with these sort of things, because I don't date things in the Commonplace, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think the way that I'll date these entries is just with the date stamp that I have, that I was using in my old weeks as well, like for the 2 or 3 weeks that I was doing a tiny bit of journaling at the back of here, and it'll just be something kind of similar to this, to be honest. So that's that. That's a plan. I think what I'm gonna do now is maybe get back to uni things, have a snack first of all, then get back to uni things. I'm doing at least one more lecture today, ideally 2, and then I'm gonna edit the video, last week's video, and then tonight I want to do a little bit of drawing. As I think I said at the beginning of the video, I don't have lectures tomorrow, so it'll be a nice long day of both drawing and uni things. I'd like to get a lot done tomorrow. I think I'll leave, because I'm working on pharmacology notes at the moment, I think I'll leave those aside tomorrow and start on immunology ones, just so I'm a bit more caught up with both and not like entirely finished with one, and like not started with the other. It'd be nice to I just think I'll feel a bit more caught up with it all, especially because the pharmacology ones are so like long to sort out, while immunology ones I have much better notes for, and so those will be a lot quicker to do. So I think that's kind of going to be my plan. That's kind of my update. I hope it was interesting. I don't know if anyone has done this kind of thing with a hon before. It'd be interesting to know. But yeah, if you have any tips on any of that, I'd love to hear about it. Also, if you have any sticker suggestions for any stickers that you'd like to see in like an everyday collection, I'd love to hear it. Feel free to like leave comments about it, and maybe I'll draw some more. We'll see about that.